That woman's titties can be seen from throughout the universe.
Porn lovers, porn dungeon, den of porn. We're gonna.
This is your intro, bro. Come on, man. The metal music is going.
Yeah, I'm here.
Demilitarized zone.
Metal chills me out.
That's true. Okay. All right. Welcome to SuperHouse, everybody. This is Andrew, as always, and I'm once again joined by
Good old Wolfie Krez, Uncle Krezzy.
And this time we have a wild card episode for you all. Not so wild because this is the second one in a series.
For those
sorta,
that play
kinda.
Uno.
Yeah. This is actually a duo. But yeah. So this is about porn, sex, fetishes, all them things.
This episode will be $19.99 upon release. Dollars, I mean.
Yeah, this is behind the paywall. No, it's completely free.
Sex sells.
We had a lot of people, and by a lot, I mean a lot by our standards. We're still working on listenership, but yeah, I've had a few people come to me and be like, hey, I like that porn episode you guys did last year.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd do this shit once again. We're taking a break from the Batman shit. Ben is not here. And yeah, this is a wild card episode. Maybe it'll be a SuperHouse tradition from now on. But let's get started. This is the PornHub 2019 year in review. Every year, PornHub releases some info, like statistics, on their site, just like basic like site data. And to start off with, Wolfie, there were in 2019 42 billion visits to PornHub. That's more people than that are on the planet. 115 million visits per day.
At work.
39 billion searches performed throughout the year. 6.83 million video uploads.
Nice. That's the sector where I'm most interested.
Uploads?
It's real people living the life. Well, no, I don't know. Isn't that where most of the amateurs? Friends of mine had a PornHub thing, and so they would post a lot. So.
Oh, really?
But
they were like
their
a
own videos.
Amateur couples thing?
Yeah. That's the real deal.
Did he have a big dick or what?
He does, but I've never actually seen it. I've heard a lot about it.
Okay, you've heard a lot about it?
I have actually seen pictures of it. It's like Pierce is weird looking.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's a weird guy, but yeah.
Okay, Prince Albert. People still say that?
Freaking
Probably not.
Weirdos. Yeah, I think.
All right. 1.36 million hours of new content and 169 years of content to watch.
Yeah.
That's probably more than YouTube.
Nothing better. The only thing better than actually being lucky enough to have sex is having a camera there while you're doing it.
That's true. It says if you started watching 2019's new videos, just the new videos for that year, in 1850, you'd still be watching them today.
And your dick would be beat. Your dick would be dust.
Oh, shit, man. 203 million video votes, 70 million messages sent between PornHub users. Do you do that at all? You're not even a PornHub guy, right?
Messages or comments?
It says messages sent between users.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably very lascivious. I don't really use PornHub, actually, at all.
You're
I'm an
Xvideos
guy, yeah.
What's the reason for that?
It's just a trashier interface.
You need a little bit of trash with yours?
Filth. I need smut. Pornhub's trying to sell me on this nice user UI experience.
Too nice for you.
I'm like, well, it's definitely too nice. The graphics alone are hot. I don't know.
It gets you in the mood to make it trashy.
It's just like they're I don't know. I guess it's like doesn't really matter, honestly.
Okay.
And I have found that
you just want to be contrarian,
clips.
I think.
I just have a tried and true. This time it's not about being contrarian at all. It's about just like my reflex. As soon as my dick gets hard, it's X on the keyboard, and I'm like, oh, I don't even know what's happening.
Your dick is hard before you press X.
Because you get that little light bulb, that hot little red light bulb, and you're like, oh, something comes over you, and then
it's usually some
if you don't have a
woman that you see on Instagram that starts it all.
I know.
And then it's like, I got to get something more than this going.
I'll be watching memes on YouTube or like a meme compilation, and then they'll just all of a sudden be like, "Oh, here we're gonna show
There'll
you
be some
hot
cleavage that's a bit too
fitness
good.
babes real quick," yeah, or something like that, or
Yeah.
some girl gets scared around the corner and she's like super hot. Doesn't take much.
Scared?
Well, not
This is
that
a fetish of yours, man.
Not that she's scared, but you know how there's like a.
Scared? This is like a Freudian slip, I think, man.
No, what I meant was like, you know those like scare videos where somebody like jump scares somebody and it's a bunch of
Shows
like,
a dick that's too big.
now you're adding a bunch of stuff.
Okay. 11.5 million video comments. I'm mainly a Pornhub guy, but there's also a Japanese one I go to
like
called
10 times a day.
WAV.TV, which is
That's where you find
fine.
those
It's
poo
fine.
videos.
It's like a Japanese Pornhub, kind of.
Where everything's blurred out.
Most comments words. Most of it, yeah. Good, love, like, sexy, pretty, nice.
Tame. That's why I don't like Pornhub, because it's super basic,
You go to
mainstream.
the comments, though?
Oh, yeah. I like my comments just as filthy as my clips.
Oh, my God. Okay.
But I don't get off on frightened women. I wasn't.
Okay.
That's not what I meant.
I just wanted to check you on that one.
You
Okay.
weren't even listening.
I was? Okay. The searches that defined 2019, Wolfie. So, and again, I've looked at this before. I really don't know what defined means, and I'll tell you why in a minute.
It's an abstract concept.
Anyway, define number 1, amateur.
Oh yeah, that's the real deal, baby.
This was new to this year. This is a big trend for last year, 2019. Number 2 was alien.
Yeah.
That's called the Area 51 bullshit.
You seemed perplexed by that. I think from what I can tell, there's no specific designation, alien why or alien for what reason, right? It just says alien.
To me, if it popped up that year because of Area 51, the raid of Area 51 and all the Naruto running and shit.
I've seen video clips, popular style of clips come up where it's like a woman, or it's like anybody or whatever, somebody in the video clip is like taking down an alien dildo, or like some of those weird sex toys that are like egg mechanisms, where you can like the dildo will like implant the woman, and then she'll proceed to like pop them out each one by one, like birthing them.
This is the shit you watch?
No, I'm just saying it's like a fetish. So that's when I heard alien, I was like, oh, I've seen that.
Okay.
Lady giving birth to alien eggs.
I don't.
Hot.
I mean, there's no kink shaming here. I just did not know about that.
Yeah. Otherwise, like, I can't imagine like a guy in a gray alien costume or whatever. Like,
that's the first thing I thought
people,
of.
Like,
man.
body paint in porn is just such a turnoff, because it just smears away around.
I'm not so into that either. Yeah.
Like, I don't really care to see that.
It's
so much.
Yeah.
As I get older, I'm finding that I like those porns that are more like production value behind them, with like little dolly shots and like really cheesy, like soft jazz.
But you like amateur shit, though, you said.
Well, yeah.
You want dolly moves with fucking amateur shit?
Well,
you like it all.
Well,
you can like both. That's
not
totally.
Really. I don't even actually really like amateur. I was just making a joke because it's like real people fucking. So it's like,
yeah,
yeah. Mainly,
right.
I usually stick to like an ass or like a big ass category.
Are you an ass man or a tit guy? Boob guy?
Man, it depends on how I'm feeling that week or month. If I'm, you know how they say like psychologically, like more like confident dudes are like attracted to like bigger titties, and more submissive guys are attracted to like legs and ass.
Is that a thing?
I think so.
I did not know
you could
that.
Actually look it up. I think it's like a Kinsey thing. Remember that dude Kinsey who did all that sex
research?
research? Yeah, I think it's actually like a psychological statistic or something like that. But,
holy shit!
But I would say, yeah, if I'm feeling a little down, I definitely would prefer like a big ass just smashing my head to death. You know, just like just end it. Sweet release, and
the
then
Green Mile. You got any last wishes? I like for a steak dinner and for Mae West to sit on my face.
Yep. Yeah. But if I were like a Gordon Gekko or like Wolf of Wall Street type of guy, I think big jugs would probably be the mainstay. But I fluctuate.
I'm generally a boob guy.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not gonna turn a good ass down if it were. You know what I mean?
But I like all shapes and sizes, ladies.
It's all I'm kind of all over the place. Anyway, number 3 was POV, which also has to do with the rise in virtual reality.
Yeah.
Oculus Rift, Vive, all that kind of VR porn going on.
I have a fleshlight
Do you really?
Full disclosure, yeah.
Yeah.
They're great. You know, like women have sex toys. I hope that doesn't make me creepy.
No.
Probably kind of does.
I've actually thought about getting one myself.
Fleshlights and POV porn is like a whole new echelon of self-satisfaction. So, you know, like VR, I'm sure, is a whole other next level. But as like pretty analog kind of leaning dude, I'd say Fleshlight and some POV porn, man, you cannot go wrong. It does all the right things for the imagination to fill in the gaps.
I mean, I have an Oculus Rift, and I've done it.
Bring over like my Fleshlight.
I've had this experience, and it is like,
want to borrow it?
I don't do it all the time, but it's definitely like, it's so real because the girl's looking you right in the fucking eyes, and it's crazy. Like, it's just so fucking.
Is it like VR where there's like live action video that's been shot 360?
Yeah,
looking around?
Yeah, it's a VR camera.
Or
it's not CG.
Okay,
it's an actual girl.
Have you seen those too?
I don't like that shit, man.
The guy's just like
as close as I like Japanese shit and all kinds of Asian stuff. Yeah. I have no interest at all in hentai or the CG shit, and I know that's a big deal. You're going to see that on this list too. It's just not my and I'm not trying to kink shame. That's your thing.
Kink shame.
That's all good. It's not even a fucking kink, really. Kink is like a minor thing. Hentai's not even minor.
Yeah.
All right, number 4 is Belle Delphine.
Yeah, she's the Twitch streaming little.
She an actual porn star though?
She's not a porn star. She's just like a streamer, like a little gamer girl.
Like a Twitch girl?
Yeah. And so she just has like a lot of followers. She's like the PewDiePie of that kind of perversion, apparently.
Dude, I have a 20-year-old cousin. Dude, doesn't matter. I asked him, like, why do people like watching streams like this all the time? Do you watch it for the comedy's sake or what? Like, what is it? Like, this is the generation gap going on. Because I'm 35, he's 20.
That's a whole other wild card we should have.
Yeah. And then I said, and then he said, well, it's basically just about reactions because everybody else has played that game, or if it's a horror game, especially. PewDiePie initially got famous off of a reaction to a horror game.
Okay, screaming. I'm so sick of young men screaming high-pitched screams.
I don't get it.
Meme videos. Like it's supposed to be.
I never thought I would be so disconnected from the youth, but I am. It's just with that shit.
There are some creators on YouTube that I do go to their videos because I think they're funny and they do quick videos, you know. But like I've watched a few Twitch streams. I'm like, they're cool, but sitting there forever watching somebody play a game in real time it's cool to have on the background, you know. It reminds me like if my brother was playing a game and I was enjoying it as well, you know, like story wise, or it's just playing in the back. But I can't do that for like hours and hours on Twitch.
But the kids are doing it. And it's so weird to me.
Well, that's how the Matrix starts, man.
It's just how it is, man.
Our little apartments start to become little pods that we have to pay for. And they're like, well, you don't need a TV and a carpet and a couch.
I'm telling you, whatever's happening in Tokyo is going to happen to America and the rest of the world. I feel like things happen first in Tokyo, in Japan, but specifically Tokyo.
Capsules.
Yeah, the capsule stuff. That's just the future, dude. That's going to happen everywhere. That's going to be happening in New York next.
That book
probably already is.
That book, Snow Crash, they talk about how as like space runs out, people were like living in storage containers and all these different living situations. Like that was the one part I liked about Ready Player One was the visualizations of how people were living.
How successful should the human race be?
Who cares? Who cares?
Okay. Anyway, there's only so much room on the planet. Anyway, all right. Number 5 is cosplay. I'm going to run through the rest. 6 mature, 7 bisexual, 8 Apex Legends as a game for you guys don't know. PC game. ASMR. That's people like talking.
Yeah, I'm going to make some popcorn and like
keep going.
My sister got into ASMR for a while. She was like, "Oh my god, it's the next big thing in meditative arts or whatever." And then it turned out slowly to become like a porn genre.
You got to crinkle some shit in the mic, and
I hate that. And people will eat and they're like, and I'm just like, ah.
Here's the thing. It's not my main thing, but I sort of get it. Like I can see like
it elicits certain
a woman,
responses.
Especially a woman's voice. I don't know if that's really a thing with women. I don't know. Please message us if that is a thing.
Looks like we need to do
ASMR for women. Anyway, just like listening to a woman's voice, that's kind of nice, right?
Yeah.
You know,
You're gonna get all horny at the elevator or some like commercial in the subway. Oh my god, because you're.
I mean, a lot of straight women, maybe gay dudes as well, turn their Siri or whatever into a male voice. Mm-hmm. It's just like what you want to have. I don't personally want my Siri to be male. You know what I mean? I feel like maybe there's some connection there.
A friend of mine has like a British dude voice.
That's what Yuka did.
And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh,
yeah,
yeah. Like, Siri, show me the way to Target or whatever. And it's like, I'll pull that up for you right away. And you're just like, oh, the fuck is
right
going
away,
on?
sir. By the way, in Yuka's case, she just really learned English in the last 5 years, and it's like immediately within that time period, British accent is already sexier than American. Yeah. Like, what the fuck is going on?
They invented talking.
Yes, and the French invented sex. Number 10 was femdom.
Yeah.
That's what Wolfie's into.
On my more submissive days, I like a woman that could bench press me right over her head. Or crush me in her thighs.
I mean, I like the fitness model chicks every now and again.
Quit
you know what I'm
being a
saying?
Little pussy. Being a little bitch. Shoot rubber bands at my ball sack.
I'll be like one day, bro. I'll be one day searching for fitness chicks, and then the next day searching for chubby chicks. Like, it's just how it goes, man. It's all over the place.
It's really not about perversion so much as it's like checking in with your primal self.
Well, yes.
The primal self is the most ignored self. It's like, not if you're a rapist. If you're like a bad guy, you need to uncheck.
Right. Maybe uncheck that primal check box.
Yeah, you got to keep your primal check in check.
All right, most searched for terms. This is really the nitty gritty of it. And this is not defined by whatever that means. This is the actual real hard data, apparently. Hard data.
Hard data. That should be the name of a show.
Number 1, Japanese.
Oh, yeah.
Up 4 spots from last year.
Dang. Good on you. Oh, yeah, I see it.
I mean, I look at this shit, among other things, but I didn't know that it was quite that popular.
Yeah, there's a renaissance. What is it all about?
Wolfie, do you search for Asian women or Japanese in particular?
I don't regularly. To me, I usually stick, honestly, I don't know what this says about me, but with like PAWG. The POWGs. Which
for anybody that does not know, that's fat ass white women.
White girl, right?
Yeah.
Right. You know, using
there's PAAG, POG, fat ass Asian girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a whole other deal.
I'm branching out a lot more lately, but I have like mainstays and stuff, and I don't know really what that says about me. I like the girl next door look on just like a total porn
fat
star
ass
body.
Yeah, I get you.
But yeah, I can't say that I'm involved in that search rising much.
Okay. Number 2, and it's the same as last year, hentai.
Oh yeah. Hentai is stimulating in its creativity. They do some weird shit.
Because it's shit that's not real.
Yeah, because you can animate like...
Everybody always brings up the tentacle thing, but that's like probably just one fucking example.
I don't like
a
the
billion
rape
different
stuff,
things.
but there is like in the like Japanese kind of sexual humor, it seems like they get a little cheekier with sexual humor and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I love, that like really perverted humor, specifically in Japanese anime.
Right.
There's one called Desert Punk that a friend showed me, and it's just like, it's wrong in a lot of ways, but it's also just like ridiculous.
Okay.
In the ways that it sets up these like absurd sexual situations. Maybe I had. Maybe I'm actually obsessed with it and I don't want to admit it.
Weird.
Not that I've only seen one episode, but
Number 3 was lesbian.
Oh yeah.
Down 2 spots. I guess that was number 1 last year.
Do you notice that like if you're you have like a whole stable of like different porn stars that you're aware of or whatever, but then like somebody new comes along, you're like, oh my god, who's this one? And they're like, I gotta look up more clips of this new porn star I discovered. Oh my gosh, she's amazing. And then what you tend to find is that they start off generally in like lesbian scenes quite a bit longer. Yeah, there's one. What was her name? I was just found out about. But I find that a lot with like up and comers. You just like, oh man, why? You know, she has this like one scene with like this dude or something, and then you go and check on more of her scenes, and it's like a lot. Like Eva Lovia is one of my current faves, I guess you'd say. But that's how it was when I first discovered her. Is like she only had a couple scenes like guy on girl, but then she had a ton. And then I've just noticed that pattern with like new ladies on the scene. I was
unaware of that.
Yeah.
Although I do think that, again, just from my perspective, I mean, they probably feel safe anyway, but it's some women, even though they might not be fully lesbian themselves, they probably feel a little bit more comfortable around another woman.
Wrapping your head around it as a woman, I could, not that I would know, but I could guess I could see it being like, okay, that I know my way around those body parts, especially on camera or whatever, and seeing how a lot of these guys are in fucking porns, they're just like stab, you know,
Probably
a lot of mental preparation. And also, I just want to say, ladies, I hope you're not getting into porn because of all the dark, bad stuff, which seems like most people get into porn for. I hope you just want to express yourself sexually. We need to shift the paradigm. Make porn a beautiful
for sure. There was that one chick that one woman that was trying to make it from God, what was her name? Anyway, she tried to become an actual, regular actor, and she couldn't do it because Sasha Grey. Yeah. But apparently it was like not an issue it wasn't an issue in France or whatever, most of Europe, but in America, like no one could take it.
Highly stigmatized. And it's kind of like if you're working with like drugs or something, there's a part of it that can conceivably be like on the up and up, and then another part of it that's becomes seedier. Where's the money coming from? Whose agenda is it that we're on this movie set for? I wish that there were more creative companies that were more about being like safe space kind of porn stuff. However, that's probably not what gets us off. We need the fantasies that are just dark and illicit some ways, lascivious, lustful scenarios. So, I don't know. More librarian porn, though.
Librarian. Number 4 was MILF, down 1 spot from last year.
Oh, yeah.
Do you check out the MILFs?
Every now and again.
Yeah,
definitely.
Me too.
Did you ever have any friends that had a hot mom?
Yeah, a few. Yeah, I think everybody has that.
I was the friend who had the hot mom.
Oh, yeah, your mom is pretty good looking, man.
For quite a while.
Sandra.
My sister, too. So I always go, oh, man, your sister and your mom is so hot. And I'm just like, I can't agree with you because that'll be weird.
But you see it intellectually.
Nice ladies, and you go ahead and try. But
your mom has a nice voice too, bro.
She does have a nice voice.
Whenever she was on the podcast, she has been on this podcast. But I was like, it was a good time.
I've always had the discretion not to tell my friends that their mom is hot and just keep it to myself.
Well, you brought it up this time.
Well, I'm just saying. MILFs.
Yeah.
I
think everybody has that.
MILFs and Cougs.
MILFs and Cougs, man.
I like Cougs.
The one after that, what is this, 5? Anyway, is Korean.
Ooh, yeah. Again, Japanese, Korea. That's cool.
Up 5 spots from last year.
A little bit more. I'm going to do a deep dive on both of those. Don't worry.
And then the one after that is Asian.
Asian.
God damn, right? Up 2 spots. And then we have, just run through it, stepmom, massage, anal, ebony, big ass, teen, threesome, anime, public, cream pie, big tits, Chinese, way at the bottom here. And it's also down 3 spots from last year. Gangbang, Latina, which I'm surprised is so low, but it's up 5 from last year. Cartoon, Indian, BBC, JOI, which
BBC is
Big Black
Cock.
Yeah. So.
Joy. What is joy? We
jerk off instructions.
Oh, right.
We talked about this last year.
Yeah, right.
Which
Squirt.
I've had a whole year to research that, and I maybe saw one, and I was like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm not like naturally submissive like that.
Yeah.
Like it's just not my thing.
Sometimes again, it's like I'm a wide array of moods. Sometimes I like to play like kind of a roulette and see what kind of what clip I end up on.
Here's the other thing. Talking about roulette.
Yeah.
A lot of dudes seemingly use their phone in bed or something.
Yeah.
Like I bring the whole laptop, and I have to have like several tabs. I'll have fucking like, dude. This is maybe even sad, but I'll have like 20 tabs open sometimes. But because like the thumbnail might look good, but it might suck after like 2 seconds.
So one thing the innovation of the clips running like a little bit of it.
Oh,
when
yeah,
you
that's
hover
true.
the mouse.
That's true.
Oh, I love that, man.
But it still might not be great, though.
You get a little taste. I think I have a really good eye for like whether or not it's going to be good based off of a few frames, you know?
I like to just have a whole lot going on and then just see what happens.
I try not to go over like 12 tabs because I know I'm not going to get to all of them. It's got to be a real hardcore sesh, and I got to have a lot of time on my hands. I could go for like an hour because I'll be like,
you have hour-long sessions?
Because I'll be like, I want to see every single one of these clips I found and then pick one.
Okay.
But more often than not, it's just like I have like 10 clips open. I'm going to see how far I can get.
Right.
By trying to...
The other thing with me is like there'll be like one tab that's like too good, and I'll have to skip over that one because it's that's a finisher.
Yeah.
That's the finisher.
And that's why I can't watch Alexis Texas clips anymore. Can't watch Kelsey Monroe.
Oh, man.
Certain... porn actresses, I just can't even click on their because that's a come in a minute clip.
Yeah, right. Alexis Texas.
If I'm like in a hurry,
she's
like
a pog
on lunch break at work or something, got to run to the car. It's like desperate. I need to. Then for sure, Alexis Texas right away.
But wow, that's she does.
There's a certain sense of discovery that goes into each one of these clips. I just wish it wasn't.
That's the other thing. Also, by the way,
yeah.
Whenever you're searching for the clips, it's like the hunt is part of it.
Oh yeah, it's like
don't
anything.
You think?
It's like anything, some type of mental compartmentalization or collection of things.
You just like collecting a bunch of fucking clips of whatever. But like a lot of times it'll be like just like 2 seconds and it's like not good. Just click out. But then there's one's too good. There's ones in the middle. I don't know. Anyway, you get the point.
You gotta gauge it, and it gets tougher. I've actually found that using just like photos is a much more gratifying experience than video
photos.
Clips.
You're even a hipster with this shit.
I don't know what that means, but it's
going
just,
old school analog shit is what I'm saying.
The amount of imagination that
goes
I
see what
it.
You're saying. I see what you're saying.
What I've discovered in my research is that the more amount of imagination that goes into
what's
the
not
source
said.
material
What's not shown.
is a better payoff.
Right.
But porn clips, video clips is like, there it is, so visceral, you know what I mean? It's almost violent sometimes.
I will say, like before, the internet, like our age, like we definitely went through the beginning of our puberty, 13 and shit. Like maybe the internet was there, but it wasn't like it is now. Like, I don't know. And it was like in my case, we had the family computer. I couldn't really be looking at porn on that shit. It was in the family room and stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, especially when I was a kid, I would just be imagining shit from, like, girls in my class or whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like there is something to media like this that destroys your natural imagination.
Yeah, maybe.
Which kind of sucks because I do feel like I used to be better. Yeah. So I understand what you're saying about the picture thing.
I also draw pretty well.
You draw? I used to draw Lady Death.
Really? Nice.
Yeah.
Big old titties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I would draw her completely naked and add a fucking what do you call it? Landing strip.
Yeah. If I'm ever like out of practice on drawing and I want to get my sketching back up or whatever,
you just get pervy as fuck.
I'll just get pervy because it gets the adrenaline going. It gets me wanting to see the end of this drawing, and I'm like, I have a good handful of some nice, high quality handmade smut.
My just gonna what's his name, Johnson. I would walk into his room during like when we were in between classes or on break or whatever, in actual SuperHouse in Savannah, Georgia. And he'd just be laughing to himself. And I'm like, what's going on, man? And he's like, I'm drawing this girl. She's a slut.
He was a pervert, though.
He is.
Probably one of the like champion perverts I've ever met.
He is a champion pervert.
In a kudos kind of way. Like and not like it's creepy, but it's also very
a pervert
creative.
That you respect in some way.
Yeah, it's imaginative, it's creative, and it's unique to this particular pervert.
Yeah. He had his own thing.
Yeah, and he was a good artist.
He was really good. I liked his style. He was like an American anime kind of style.
Yeah, he could whip up some shit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, most searched for porn stars. So.
Oh yeah, this is what I've been waiting for.
Up 3 spots from last year, Lana Rhoades.
Yeah, Lana Rhoades.
Lana, dude, I got to tell you, I do look up other women that are not Japanese a lot.
Yeah.
But all these like major porn stars, for me, I usually don't know who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
I did not know who fucking Lana Rhoades was until I started watching. Saw all this shit.
She reminds me of like a Sasha Grey to some degree, where they're like, it seems like the psychology for porn stars, I'm just saying from an observational perspective, that there's something to prove, you know. If you're willing to do whatever, it makes you like more badass, you know?
Right.
And Lana Rhoades has kind of that dark type of attitude to her. She's kind of like, do you know who Asia Argento is? She's not a porn star, but she's Dario Argento's daughter, and she just has this really very like sensual, dark energy.
The name is very familiar, and of course I know Dario.
Anyway,
Argento,
that's how like Stoya. I like the kind of gothier type of.
I mean, yeah, I get it.
Not super goth, but anyway, Lana Rhoades has they just have like.
There's a certain darkness to it.
A certain darkness to it, which I hope is not. You know, I mean, it could very well be due to a lot of, sadly, some dark traumas or something. I don't know. You just hear stuff about like porn. What gets these ladies into porn, which is unfortunate because it seems like camera, sex. You could just it could be something nice anyway.
Right. Okay.
But Lana Rhoades is awesome. Yeah. For that.
One in the second spot, which apparently didn't move from last year, is Mia Khalifa, who I do know. She got famous for wearing a fucking hijab.
Oh yeah, she would do like the Muslim. Is that like
she's probably got a fucking hit on her head, bro, for that shit.
I don't even think she's in porn anymore now.
She quit.
Yeah,
it's just her videos are still going.
She doesn't make anymore. I think she's done. There's been a few podcast interviews with her where she's like done or whatever. But
I did not know that.
I like Mia Khalifa. She's never been my flavor. I feel like she's pretty annoying in real life. Just not that I feel the vibe like you get. Yeah, that's just the vibe I get from like the look in her eyes, like the face. I'm like, yeah, she's hot, but I don't feel like I feel like me and Lana Rhoades would have a better time.
I've seen a couple of her videos, but like I don't know, man. Like I get it. I guess more. Actually, I get it more than Lana Rhoades, but I don't know. It's just not. I don't know. Anyway, Riley Reid, who I did not know either.
Yeah, she's another one where it's like she's got something to prove. She's just like, I saw a meme clip with her that wasn't like a porn thing, and she's like just talking to some like guy interviewing her or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was just like stating how she's just like I just can't help being so perverted. Like it's just who I am. I'm just so fucking.
It's
perverted.
real. She's real whenever she does porn.
So when she's like, and her career is a booming because she just like.
She's very prolific.
Yeah, the psychology hopefully is that she just is. Well, I don't know. She's just like a nymphomaniac or something.
She could be,
but she seems super cool. I don't know, but yeah, she's a superstar.
The other thing with like these kind of like porn star chicks is that like all the like Bang Bros videos and stuff. It's usually like a little bit too. I don't want to say produced, but there's just something kind of fake about it. Not that I like to watch amateur videos either, but it's somewhere in between total amateur, and Bang Bros, you know? Yeah. And that's honestly like the tone that Japanese porn hits a lot of the time. Because Bang Bros is like almost like silly.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is.
I always appreciate a certain comedic element to it.
I can get that. But I don't know, man.
There was a company, they're probably still around, called Burning Angel.
Oh, yeah, I know
And they did like skits to like set up they were like
talking about.
Fairly funny, you know what I mean, and then they'd get to fucking, and even like it'd be super hot or whatever, but like sometimes like right after they're done or something, they'd like nail another joke or something. And I was like, I like that. It alleviates something.
Burning Angel had one, I think, way back in the day where it was like a construction worker guy, and a girl was there, of course, and the girl's like, "What's that?" And he goes, "It's my caulk."
My caulk. Yeah. I always liked in The Big Lebowski, the log jammer or whatever, the Meine Despacha says there's a problem with eine Kabel. The cable guy set up or whatever.
I've seen it.
Yeah. And because of the quick and easy digital nature of things now, like there's not, I don't know, there's a show called The Deuce on HBO, which is fucking amazing. Kind of shows like the approach to porn and all these different facets since the 70s and stuff. And like definitely the Europeans hit it from like an artistic level.
Oh,
Here we're like super trashy, is more trashier the better kind of thing.
Whorehouse in Texas or whatever.
Yeah.
Abella Danger is after that. Brandy Love. Jordi El Nino Polla. That is a dude, I think.
Jordi.
Mia Malkova, Kim Kardashian up 6 spots for some reason. That video is old as fuck. I mean, I sort of get it, but her personality kills me. Lisa Ann is on the list. She's down 2 spots. Angela White, some big old tattoos.
A legend.
Alexis Texas, your favorite.
Oh, she is.
And we're going to skip a few of those. All right, moving on. All right, most searched for male porn stars. Here we go.
There's 0 section.
Jordy L. Nino Polya. Alex Adams, Owen Gray, Johnny Sins, James Dean, Mark Rockwell. Here's the thing. I know Owen Gray because he fucks chicks. And he shows up in Bang Bros.
Johnny Sins. James Dean apparently is I mean, I'm sure they're all pretty shitty in their own ways, but this guy, he's been like, they're Stoya. Well, all these porn stars that worked with him are like, he's not a good dude.
Oh, really?
These guys, yeah, he's accused of like rape.
Oh, really?
He's
James Dean is?
James Dean, he's a piece of shit. So I steer clear of his clips.
Okay. He doesn't deserve it.
No. Johnny Sin seems to be a very prolific, very like popular porn celeb. At least
he fucks chicks. I mean, women.
Yeah, he's the bald guy that you see. He's like the most recognizable.
I know what you're talking about.
He's like a bald guy, but he's like super fit, and he's got a giant.
I know what you're talking about.
And what I like about those clips is the ladies in them are usually like, "This is gonna be fun," you know.
Right.
So I appreciate that dude for all his hard work, pleasing all these ladies. I sure couldn't do it.
So Owen Gray, he's got like full sleeves. Like total black though, not art.
I like that look.
And then like skinny as fuck with a humongous dick. But also
I've seen that guy.
The thing is though, also I feel like I can learn from this guy because he fucking like, again, I'm not a woman, but it seems like he just knows how to fucking like the fingers and and pussy licking. Like
they're going nuts.
Look, let me just say, like, I noticed the skill. Yeah. He's not just big dick motherfucker. It's like
he's got moves.
He's got like the whole deal going on. All right, enough sucking that guy's big ass dick.
I can't watch like super skinny if they're like male or female in the clip. If they're like super too skinny or whatever.
He's pretty skinny.
Something about that, it's like turns me off to the clip.
The thing
sorry, gay.
There's this Japanese woman that I like to watch. I keep saying that. Anyway, her name is Ruri Saijo, Ruri. I think she's great, fucking incredible,
Nice.
Way up there. But the thing is, in a lot of her videos, she's having sex with like, just like, not to talk bad about him too much, but just like. Not great looking Japanese salarymen, old ass dudes.
That's probably plays into the fantasy though, right?
The thing is, the dude is your avatar, man.
Yeah,
it's like a video game.
Yeah,
it's just like I'm looking at her. She's incredible, but she's with this guy, and it's just like I don't want to imagine myself as this guy.
Right. That's exactly what I was saying about like Johnny Sins too. It's like that's a good like.
Yeah,
character.
No, I
get
it
behind.
Yeah, I get
he's fucking throwing that thing down like Thor. Yeah. Looking Mjolniring these ladies.
The hammer. Oh man,
yeah, that gets me. I think, because I think a porn is just a big part of like our generation, like how certain things we associate our sexualities with.
Yeah.
So there's like that avatar kind of component to the guy factor that's in the clip too.
Yeah, for sure. And it sucks. Anyway.
Especially when they're like, yeah, that chick could totally get with that guy. Like, they're perfect for each other. It's like, that's good. Because then you're just like the voyeuristic fly on the wall where you're like, watch two hot people fucking.
That's part of it, right?
Yeah.
Like, she's
I can't watch ugly people fuck.
She's with a dude that she would not be with otherwise.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
And
those guys, the uglier the dudes, they're always, I don't know. I guess there's just certain personalities, but I hate those like monstrous looking dudes who are just like, they're just like sliming all over the chick.
Oh yeah, I don't.
I like it when it seems more like a wrestling match or something. Like it's a battle of two skilled performers.
There's wrestling porn, man.
Yeah, well,
like
that's just kind of cool.
I mean, women wrestling.
You know what I do have a fetish for? Is contortionists.
Really?
Type of women, yeah. Really bendy, and they don't even have to be getting like banged while doing contortion kind of things. Because sometimes that's kind of like, all right, that's kind of goofy, just like whatever. But just to see them bend in all kind of ways and stuff, that's like, I'm like, whoa. I get it. Exhilarating.
I get it. I don't look at it that much, but I can understand.
I definitely have like a response to that. If like I was watching some Russian ballet dancer on Instagram, and her whole thing is that she's like all bendy while she dances and stuff. And I just couldn't not look away. And she was super thin too, which is usually not totally my jam. Not that I'm down, whatever, ladies. But, you know, it's not usually my go-to. And I'm just like, could not stop looking at it because she was so bendy.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of something equivalent, but I like
I
like yoga pants, yoga porn, like it's just women in yoga class.
A friend of mine.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good go-to.
They like rip the pants, and they're all surprised by it.
Or using like the ball, or those huge like those big blow-up balls that they sit on.
That's cool. Yeah,
bouncing up and down.
I've seen an Abella Danger clip like that. It's great.
Really? Okay. Most viewed verified amateur models. I don't know any of them, and here we go. Little Riceland, Sola Zola, No Face Girl, Kinky Couple 111, Miss Lexa, Behind the Mask, Eva Elfie, and that's all I'm going to do, but there's a bunch of those. All right. Top 20 countries by traffic. Number 1 by a long shot.
We need to get out there and start fucking, y'all. Get over your hang-ups. You don't got to be... A kiss is not a contract.
We're like more than double than everybody else.
We need to get laid.
It's nuts. Japan's number 2, which they're up 2 spots from last time. UK is down a spot at number 3. Then Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Philippines, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Hey everybody, it's Andrew. I just wanted to tell you about our friend Israel's retro gaming shop, RetroCo. If you go to retro-ko.com, you'll be able to see all of his retro gaming goodies. If you wanted to get that Sega Saturn hidden gem from back in the day, or if you wanted to get the Famicom disk system that you never got as a kid, or any other type of retro game that you were into, or import game, please go to retroco.com. That's retro-ko.com. And if you use the SuperHouse code Johnson's Ballsack, you'll be able to get a little bit of a discount at checkout. So please, once again, if you could just go to retroco.com. You can also go to facebook.com/retroco with no hyphen. That's RETROKO. You'll be able to find him on Facebook as well. If you were looking for that PlayStation import game that you never got, if you were looking for that Mega Drive game that you never got, or any other kind of retro game, any import game, it could even be European, Israel also curates bundles at RetroCo, and he'll curate that bundle just for you. So please, go check him out. If you put in the code Johnson's Ballsack at checkout, you'll receive a SuperHouse discount.
Countries like the Netherlands or Sweden or like Argentina, I could see Colombia, Thailand, stuff like that. They're so much less like serious about sex the way that we are. You know, they're so much more like casual about it.
That is true,
especially
but there's
Swedish,
something else to consider here as well. I mean, PornHub is obviously probably the most popular in the world overall, general, but they might have a local site that's more popular.
That makes sense.
In their country.
Everybody's watching porn, man.
In some way or another.
These little TVs in their pocket.
These are PornHub statistics only.
I have to fight the urge
not porn world, like
to jerk off
internet wide
at all the times of the day. You ever jerked off at work?
Not at work, but I've on my lunch break in my car.
When I was at the tattoo shop, I did a couple times.
Really?
There would be long stretches of like 6 hours where nobody would come in. It feels like super slow.
Oh, yeah.
So I just kind of gauge it and be like, I can take care of this in a couple minutes. Alexis, Texas. Boom, bat, bim. And now I'm all relaxed.
Where? In your car or in the bathroom?
Just in the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Let's actually do the bottom. Yeah, the bottom 3. The very bottom is Sweden, and then second bottom, Argentina, and then the third bottom is Russia. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Time spent per visit. Longest spent per visit is Thailand at 11 minutes and 21 seconds. Philippines is 11 minutes and 9 seconds. Netherlands, 10 minutes, 38 seconds. And the United States, 10 minutes, 36 seconds.
Russia are quick jackers.
Yeah, so at the bottom, fastest jackers, Russia. Then second fastest, Japan. Then Spain. Then Brazil. Russia's 8 minutes, 35. Japan, 9 minutes, 23. Man, Russia is the shortest by a long shot.
Yeah, what's going on there? It's too much work.
There might be something, I don't know what that is.
Proletariat needs a vacay and get laid. And I guarantee you they're not considering same-sex statistics in that.
Oh, right.
Probably, because they're prejudiced.
Oh, this is good. Female visitors stayed 23 seconds longer than males. It's not by much.
Nice, because they like to cuddle.
Well, also, we can assume that women can get it done faster on their own.
Is that true? Please leave comments.
It depends on the girl, probably, but
Yeah.
I would imagine. And then difference by age, down 64 seconds from last year in the 18 to 24 margin. The millennials.
Wow. Yeah. They're
64, down a whole minute.
maybe they're
4
getting
seconds.
it. Or no, they just have to work full-time jobs now.
They got to go eat some ass.
Bullshit. Yeah. Hey, by the way, I've been eating ass since before it was cool.
Really? All
That
right.
shit took off when the mumble rap tracks.
That same dude. I've had
Never?
it done to me, but I've never done that.
Oh
Honestly.
man, you need to give back.
It hasn't been given to me all that much in my life
Yeah.
actually as well.
Don't just go willy nilly. Do it on date night, because then you know they went to extra special care.
You gotta
to,
go
like, get
fucking
ready
nuts.
and had some wild rides.
Tongue rides.
Yeah, every one of those ladies, they'll never forget you, and a part of them deeply loves you because of it. It's a real nature kind of
Looking
thing.
ass or pussy licking?
Licking butt.
Okay. What if they got?
It's. I mean,
shit
obviously,
on it?
you don't want to be like eating poo butt or anything. It's a rhythm you get into, you know.
You got to wipe
And
profusely.
that's why, you know, your sense of smell comes in very handy in all types of situations for survival and such
Lovemaking.
things and lovemaking. Yeah, you know,
All right.
because if it smells good, much like delicious vittles,
Vittles.
taste good.
Vittles is what you went
Probably
with?
tastes good.
You could have done roses. You could have done
Sometimes
apples.
vittles is such a great word.
All right. Okay, anyway.
Some booties are dying to be eat.
Time spent per visit by state.
Oh my god, I hope
Longest
everybody listens to this.
Longest is 11 minutes, 26 seconds at Mississippi. Dude, the South is at the top of these long-ass visits, man.
Yeah.
Alabama, 11 minutes,
They got
13
longer
seconds.
longer commutes.
Just
to
two
and
things
fro.
slower.
Yeah, I think it's just
And
rural,
longer
rural
over there.
areas, you know, you're
Yeah.
like more widespread and stuff. In the city, like, you get sexual gratification from any number of things within proximity to you
Right,
or
right.
otherwise.
Right.
It's the wild world of yo dick.
Georgia, 11 minutes, 7
vagina.
seconds. South Carolina, 11 minutes, 6 seconds. It's all the South, dude. And then the shortest visits, Kansas, which
I
is...
like the DC is like the political hub or whatever. It's like they only got so much time to jerk off. I could not live my life that way. This is why I'm not in politics.
Oregon's the second shortest, 10 minutes, 6 seconds, and so on. Let's move on from that. I don't care about favorite times to watch porn. Most viewed categories. Japanese is number one, of course. This is categories, not search terms, so that's the slight difference there.
Yeah.
So it goes in order of Japanese, lesbian, amateur, hentai, MILF, ebony, anal, mature, threesome, big tits, popular with women.
That's an interesting category. I've never
Yeah, that's a whole
seen
deal
that
on
in
there.
the ticker.
Big ass is way low, which is weird.
Yeah, that is
Think
weird.
that'd
Maybe
be-
it's
think
the,
it'd be bigger.
maybe the fad on a broader scale is starting to dial down a little bit.
Right.
Because now all these butts, here's what I'm noticing too, is like like Nicki Minaj, when she first came out, she had like a genuinely nice butt. And then
Yeah.
she got cosmetic, and now it's just a big, hard butt.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's like 2020, no more hard butts. We need a little bit of juice.
Are you okay with breast implants, though?
Yeah, but it depends. Like, that's fine. But in terms of butts, like, I've noticed some of these fitness ladies too, they have this one pose where the one cheek is just like crazy flex to the point
Right.
it's making like a little bit of a like a square shape butt cheek, and I'm
Right.
not into that. Like, I'm super happy everybody's out getting fit and getting nice butts across the board and everything, but just slow it down at a certain point, or else you end up being like fucking too hard, you know? Like a big butt's nice, hard butt.
I
so
just
nice.
imagine they never sit on their actual body. Every time they sit, it's always on a piece of plastic or whatever's in there.
And that across the board, I feel like I have a good eye for that too. If you got fake butt, not out of the question, not even in the running.
Really?
I don't care who you are. Nicki Minaj lost her seat.
Yeah, she's good looking to me, but yeah, it's a little bit too much going on.
I can't do the fake butt. Even Kardashian, she had like a natural butt. And she must have been like, damn, this butt is my entire life right now. I have to insure it and make sure it's a blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Like, J-Lo's a good example. She's still rocking what I assume is a natural butt.
She
looks good.
Fucking ridiculous.
Her voice is annoying, but...
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I like her. She's cool.
Yeah, she's cool.
All right. Most viewed categories per country. So the most viewed in America
lesbians
is lesbian.
Like it's just like bam
in the Americas.
Yeah.
In fact, except for parts of South America, which strangely enough is hentai, which this looks
rampant.
Like. My geography's not great, but the long country on the
Chile
is that Chile,
mm-hmm.
And then what's next to that? Argentina or no?
Hentai. Yeah, Chile.
The western side of it is almost all hentai, strangely enough.
Ebony up there in the little corner of South America.
Oh, like Belize and shit?
There, yeah, that makes sense.
Or no, what is that? Uruguay and shit. Up there, yeah. Okay. Russia and China, it looks like, is hentai. Those are combined there. No. No. Actually not.
Mongolia?
That's actually just Russia.
They probably don't have much internet.
That's
in Mongolia.
Russia only, because China is Japanese. That's probably driving that category so
funny.
high. And also in Japan.
Well, they
itself.
probably don't have much like Chinese.
Not as
porn,
much. Japan
right?
produces so much, man.
Right. Yeah.
So Norway is lesbian, but the Swedes are all about anal.
Yeah.
Back to Finland is lesbian. England is lesbian. This is Portugal here, right? So that would be lesbian. And then Spain is mature, like the mature ladies in Spain.
They have well-seasoned ladies.
France
Spanish
and
cougar.
what is that? Germany. They are all about the anal.
Ram it in.
Italy is into lesbians. What's the red here with MILF? It looks like, I believe that's Poland. I'm looking at a map with no names on it, but I'm pretty sure it's Poland. MILF. And then let's go down to northern Africa, the Morocco area, Tunisia, anal. And then Saudi Arabia and forgive my lack of geography here, but then that area in northern Africa, Egypt as well. Actually, Egypt is Arab, makes sense.
Yeah.
And then the rest of Africa entirely, pretty much, including Madagascar, is ebony.
Not for you white devils.
Indian, most popular in India, makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting these countries in the middle here. Australia, lesbian. And also, the English-speaking world is all lesbian, dude. Yeah, nice. New Zealand as well.
Ladies are taking the lead.
Yeah. Holy shit. All right.
Yeah.
Iceland is also about that anal.
Because it's cold. It's the warmest part of the body. No, I don't know that either.
I don't want to go on that ice cold vajayjay you've got. Oh, good heavens, no.
Naturally lubricated.
My God, woman. Okay. Top gaining categories. Amateur. This is the year of the amateur, actually, last year.
Okay, these are ones that have risen.
Risen. So, yeah, gaining. So, up 108% is amateur. Then up 93% verified couples. Up 85% tattooed women. Up 65% popular with women. Up 56% romantic. And not to be too stereotypical, but these last two probably being driven mainly by more women watching PornHub.
Popular with women and romantic.
Yeah. again, I'm sorry for being stereotypical.
I like romance.
Romance, yeah.
That's like what is it called? Naked Allure or
yeah. There's some like
whatever. They're very
love making.
They're very. It's like if Skinamax goes all the way, kind of production value.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
And I love that cheesy, soft core yacht rock music or whatever they're playing. It's great.
The typical Bam Chicka Wow Wow.
Just because then you have that 70s Bam Chicka Wow Wow, but then you have like the smooth jazz, like the
I know what you're talking about.
Royalty-free Kenny G style shit.
So you don't watch much Japanese porn, right?
I don't.
But Japanese porn often has, not every time, but often has like a kind of interview with the girl in the beginning.
Don't they blur everything out?
They blur. No, actually not. You can look for Japanese uncensored.
Okay.
Japan has some weird law where you can show boobs anytime, pretty much, but you can't show genitalia of any kind ever. Not ever, not even in porn. But the thing is, with the internet and everything being international, you could search for just uncensored Japanese porn on PornHub or wherever, and you'll find it. It's there.
I did used to like, what was her name? Shit. I forget.
Well, anyway, the interview, I used to skip it. But now that I know Japanese, and I don't know, I like getting I like getting to know the girl. Like I totally get why they interview the chick. Like I feel like a lot of like dudes in America, especially, probably like aren't into that. Yeah. But I don't know. I like that.
I like it. There's some clips like that are like American too, where they kind of have a little sesh with them, which I like as well.
I want to kind of know the girl.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just skip straight through it. But, I kind of like that. And then, like, the other thing that happens, too, it seems like, is, like, a lot of times it can be amateur. Mm-hmm. And it seems like they kind of get eased into the filming with the interview.
Yeah, yeah. I like a little build-up, too. You see them kind of unravel a little bit. And
Right.
And then the guy's like, can I touch it?
They kind of open up,
go ahead. And then they're like...
Although sometimes it'll be like, especially with Japanese shit, it'll be so perfect of a video, and then it cuts to the dude's face and literally wearing like a luchador mask or something. And it's like, I can't deal with this.
Really? Man. I appreciate that, actually. If I don't have to see any guy's face in porn whatsoever, I'm good. Like I
can't deal with that kind of weirdness.
Oh, okay, I see.
I mean, I obviously have my own like kinks here and there, but like that's like, I don't know. It's just an example, though. Yeah. Like it'll be like one factor of the video that just fucks me up, and it's especially, and I like Japanese porn, but like that just fucks me up a lot of the time. Okay. Anyway, categories viewed the longest: mature is viewed the longest, amateur, and then old, young, big dick also long. Weird, 50, right?
They watch it for a little while after.
Most search terms for Pornhub: gay. All right. Number
Korean.
1, Korean.
Wow.
Asians taking over all sectors, dude.
The Asian boys are finally getting some recognition.
Japanese number 2, and not like so far under Korean, like just by a little bit. Number 3, black. Number 4, daddy. Number 5, straight. Number 6, Asian. 7, twink. And then massage, hentai, cartoon, gangbang, femboy, BBC, public, threesome. Okay, this is what I thought was the funniest. Top trending gay male searches. Number 1 is Camp Buddy.
That's like Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah. That's up 222%.
Hey, man, you want to go camping sometime?
Camp Buddy. Yeah, I know. That's pretty funny, man. Number 2, transgender. Femboy, furry, hentai, dominant. Come inside. BBC.
The house?
Nope. Sissy, and then small dick.
Oh, wow.
All right. Isn't that weird?
Very sensitive. It's very considerate.
Most viewed gay categories. Straight guys, which, by the way, has not changed since last year.
It's like the conversion fantasy.
They love that shit.
Well, yeah, why wouldn't you?
It gives
you that's the ultimate power, you know?
That's true. That's true.
Like, this guy's girlfriend's going to be so mad.
I got to say, actually, I do like seeing the lesbian seduce video where it's like
just try it out.
A lesbian, like a legit lesbian in the video at least, kind of converting a straight woman. That's one thing I watch.
You mean like more on the butchy type of lesbian?
No.
But converting them, because then
they're probably not really lesbians
in
in real life, but you know what I mean? Just
right,
like
right.
a seduce video.
Right.
I'm just trying to say I can kind of understand the straight
Totally.
guys thing. And then number 2 up one spot from last year is Daddy Bareback, and then Black Big Dick, which has not changed since last year. Twink Rough Sex
George
cartoon,
Michael style.
Group Japanese, still it's on the top, but it's down 2 points, 2 places. Most searched for gay porn stars: Zilv Goodle, William Seed, Austin Wolf, Joey Mills, Rocco Steele, and so on.
Shout out to our Patreon contributors.
Yeah. All right, number 1, and this is most categories viewed by gender. Okay? So, number 1, well, let's go women first. Women's favorites. Number 1, lesbian.
Because they know how to use the equipment.
It's very interesting. Yeah. Number 2, popular with women. Number 3, interesting, Japanese.
I'd like to explore more of the women's take on porn. That's fascinating.
That would be interesting, right? And they're watching it more and more.
Yeah.
We grew up in the 90s. I remember being told that women aren't visual, which is, I feel like,
that's some
complete
Puritan
and utter
propaganda
bullshit.
Yeah. Everybody's filthy.
Especially visually. Like, there might be something to women not being like as reliant on it as we are, maybe, but to say that women aren't visual is ridiculous. I feel like
Kid Cudi said it the best. Most of the clean faces be the most dirty. This is true.
That's true. There's also a study on like when women see muscles in dudes, they knew that it was going to spike, but they said it spiked like fucking crazy. Yeah. Like it was.
It's why we, for generations, have been like, big ass, big titties. You know, it's like that same...
Yeah, there's evolutionary biology there.
It gets our Cro-Magnon brain going.
For sure. Okay. Still with women, threesome, ebony, amateur, anal, and then at the bottom actually is big dick. Not all the way at the bottom, but near the bottom.
That's nice to hear.
It's in the same position as with men, by the way, second to last.
Yeah, that's funny. All right. Men are the last resort.
Number 1, amateur. Number 1, Japanese. Then amateur, MILF, mature, MILF,
for men.
Hentai, men. Ebony, anal, lesbian, big tits, threesome, big dick, transgender. Again, no big ass on here. We got all South America looking at this shit. Not to be stereotypical.
That's like generally my... That's the thing, too, is I hate sometimes going to the category that's like big ass or ass, and then like all the clips are immediately anal.
That's true.
You know what I mean? I'm
that's
just
true.
like, it's just that they have a big ass, not necessarily that.
Or it'll be
they all have to be anal.
Big ass titties.
Yeah. I like big naturals. That's what I usually search for.
Of course, that's always,
because sometimes you click on that big tits and it's just like they're all silicone, you know. Some ladies it looks really great, others
their doctor wasn't that good.
Kind of fucked. But when they're big naturals, then it's like nature, man. It's like,
well, for sure, yeah.
Oh.
Cro-Magnon brains going on. You don't have to tell me twice.
It's like that time Bebe got boobies on South Park, and all those guys, all the guys were like, they just like immediately reverted.
Bebe
on South Park. Sorry, remember when Bebe the character, she gets little boobs, and then all the boy characters.
That's like the Hooters girl.
I don't know. She was one of the characters on South Park.
I remember Bebe's kids in the '90s. Right, that was a
totally different thing. Bebe is one of the characters. It's like one of the girl characters on South Park, and there's an episode where she gets little boobies.
Okay.
Due to puberty, and then all the male kids at the school are just like turning into like little cavemen and like fighting each other and shit. Like,
I don't remember that.
You got to look it up. It's the funniest shit
when the girls get the boobs in Big Mouth on Netflix. That was that was incredible.
Another great show.
Yeah.
We need to talk about sex more, war less.
I agree with that. Okay. So viewed more often by women compared to men.
Pussy licking.
Up 260% from last year.
Out loud. Right on.
Number 2, solo male. Number 3, fingering. Number 4, popular with women.
I don't get that. I have to look that up. Do you have any porn that's popular with women? It's like trying to buy your wife an anniversary gift.
What I think it's
her
like
up a little bit.
It's like the it'll be like straight sex, but instead of looking at the girl, it's looking at the dude.
Right.
But then again, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Solo male. They're just wanking it.
Lesbian, scissoring, muscular men,
Nice.
romantic, bisexual male, double penetration, threesome, gangbang at the bottom.
Nice.
Most searched for porn stars by women. Lana Rhoades by a long shot.
Oh,
Same
yeah.
as men.
It's because she's fierce. She's something to look up to. She DAGF, baby.
Oh, man.
She is hot fire.
Jordi El Nino Pola, Mia Khalifa, number 3, Riley Reid, Abella Danger, Brandy Love, Johnny Sins, Rocco Siffredi, Lisa Ann, the ultimate MILF in my opinion.
Yeah,
do you know her?
Yeah, Lisa Ann's great.
Yeah, Adriana Chechik,
Donnie
Daniels, Mia Malkova.
Fine. I love Danny Daniels.
I do not.
Mia
know
Malkova
her.
has one of those hard butts. She's got a real big butt, but she's got one of those like weird hard butts.
Did not know that. I see they got a picture of Johnny Sins here.
Yeah,
looks like a white The Rock.
He looks like a penis. He looks like his entire existence is being a meat sword.
Oh man.
Good for him.
By country, proportion of female visitors to men. The country with the most female visitors is the Philippines. That's pretty good.
Wow.
Brazil, Mexico, Argentina, then Australia, Poland, Sweden, Thailand. Man, the United States is really low on this.
Yeah.
For some reason. Strange. Although Germany's even lower than us.
Well, yeah. I wonder if ladies are getting it more in these Western countries.
Yeah. We have a lot of South America and Mexico's North America, but Latino countries predominantly in the top here, which is pretty cool.
They like the porn as an art form.
Let's skip that next one and go to top relative categories viewed by women by state. So we got, why the fuck is smoking the top one in South Carolina?
That's weird. I do not get down on smoking, period. If you smoke, quit. You're seriously misinformed about the health risks.
Maine's top one is cum shots. Anything stick out to you here, man?
Pew, pew.
Feet in Indiana, it looks like.
All right.
Latina in Texas, no surprise there. Japanese in California, actually no surprise there.
Brunette makes sense in Colorado because all the women in Colorado look exactly the same.
I thought Colorado had a lot of blondes.
Probably quite a bit, but the general Colorado girl is like brunette, athletic,
good looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like they all kind of are the same. Not sorry, ladies. Whatever.
Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, Georgia, and Alabama are all ebony, and also North Carolina. And then this is Virginia, I think, German. Yeah, and then West Virginia, VR.
Whoa.
Is the top one in West Virginia?
What does party mean for Alaska? I don't understand that. Party
weird.
Like those big bachelorette party kind of setups that they have?
I think so, like bro dudes and stuff.
Those are funny.
Pissing in Michigan, dude.
That's the name of my new band.
Oh my God. Cosplay in North Dakota, vintage in South Dakota. So crazy. Okay. Let's move on from there. Let's see. The average age of a Pornhub visitor is 36. I am 35. We're 35, right?
Yeah. That's pretty much it's been a mainstay of our generation.
That's a good median age. Okay. Next category, traffic by phone, desktop, or tablet, like whatever people use the most. Number 1, 76.6% is a phone. Again, I am not in this category. You are, though.
Yeah, mostly. I do use my laptop sometimes, and if I got the nice setup going, I'll do an HDMI from PC to TV. If it's like a nice 50 to 60 inch TV.
Oh shit! You put on the TV,
blasting off, baby. Yeah,
I need to have the laptop, man. I've always used it since I ever had a laptop.
I always had like a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse, so I'd have the computer way over there plugged into the TV, and I'd be back here like clip hunting.
Number 2 would be Desktop 16.3, and then tablet at 7.1. The change in traffic was phones went up 7%. Yeah, an iPad or whatever.
That shit would seem real cumbersome.
Desktop went down a lot, 18%. Tablet also down.
Not a lot of people have them anymore, really.
I guess, man. I don't know. I guess
you're
so.
a video editor.
Let's skip some of this stuff and then go 75.5% is Windows, 16.7 is Apple. Would be part of the Apple one. And you were Windows, right?
Yeah.
And then Chrome went up quite a lot. Chrome OS, 24%. There's one thing here I wanted to bring up. Talking about this. I'm going to skip some of this web browser stuff. Oh, by game console. This one was interesting and more related to our nerdy podcast anyway. Mm-hmm. The PS Vita went up 23%.
What the fuck?
For our listeners that don't know, by chance,
that.
the PS Vita is a portable PlayStation system that is pretty much dead right now. It died like a year ago or 2 years ago. By dead, I mean no one's making games for it anymore. It's still a good system, but it doesn't have any support. So the reason that it's gone up this year, I think it died in 2018, really. Mm-hmm. Like, that is weird, right?
I don't understand how you could watch porn on any video game console. I don't get it. Like, the browsers for the consoles usually suck ass.
Well, the browser...
You gotta be desperate.
Here's the other thing, too, though. PornHub is so good about making good browsers on everything.
Okay.
Like, they have a PS4-specific site.
Really?
There aren't very... PS4 browser.
Oh, wow.
There aren't many...
it's like an app, like an app you download, like YouTube.
It's just specifically formatted to work well with the PS4 browser.
Weird.
They took the time out to do that.
I've never had that frame of thought to, like, go to my console for my... Which makes sense, though.
I've done it. I'm not on the Vita though, but I get it.
I think Quentin Tarantino said something like, if I wanted to mess around with computer graphics, I'd stick my dick in my PlayStation, when he's asked if he'd ever use CG or something.
Traffic by game console, by the way, 51% is PlayStation 4, and then Xbox is Xbox X or whatever the fuck it's called, 34.7. PS Vita number 3 at 9%. So strange that was so far up. The other thing is, like, since the console is dead,
the Nintendo Wii U.
Since that console is dead, there's a lot of hacking going on too. So maybe that's part of it.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. So Google 94%, the search engine. We're nearing the end here. Let's see. Most searched for celebrities would be Belle Delphine, then Kim Kardashian, Cardi B, Lena the Plug, Ariana Grande, Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj.
Sniper
Wolf.
Most searched for movie and TV characters. Number 1, Avengers. 2, Harley Quinn. 3, Teen Titans. 4, Incredibles. 5, Captain Marvel. Then Family Guy is above Star Wars. So weird.
They like the mom. She has like a strange animated allure.
I guess so. This is also the year of Joker, because the movie obviously went way up in October when it came out. Yep.
All I have are sexual thoughts.
Star Wars goes up 748% on May the 4th. Video game characters, Overwatch, number 1, then Fortnite, then Pokemon, then Minecraft, Apex Legends. Mortal Kombat is on there. That's good. We also have Witcher on there. Witcher's probably going to go way up.
You can actually see titties in that game.
Yeah, that's true. Final Fantasy's on there. Then let's see what else we got. Most searched for video game characters: Zelda, Lara Croft, Diva. That's on Overwatch.
Super Mario. Oh, yeah. Bowsette, that took off. That was like a meme thing.
I don't get that. I don't even understand why people were enraged about it.
They sexually mashed up Princess Peach with Bowser to make Bowsette, and it was
who
like...
Who cares? For me, it's just not a big deal. And I've been playing Mario since I was a kid. Like, it's just
I don't know
not
who got
a thing
mad at it, but I could tell from the area where people were like, because it was like popping up in memes all the time. And
right.
Yeah.
I don't get it, man. The top search terms by country, we don't have enough time to do all of these, but we already covered the U.S., but let's go to Japan. The number 1 would be Japanese. Number 2 would be uncensored. Number 3 would be Japan. 4, amateur. 5, MILF. 6, selfie. And then 7 is finally hentai. Top trending searches, Japanese mature, big tits number 2, twink is number 3. Top 5 porn stars. Number 1, Ai Uehara. 2, Kirara Asuka. 3, Julia Japanese. 4, Yui Hatano. 5, Akiho Yoshizawa.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, that's for Japan specifically.
Yeah, search terms within Japan. Going past Japan, we got the UK, lesbian,
Riley
MILF,
Reid,
British, hentai, threesome, JOI. Top trending searches. British cougar.
They like
1100%.
They're very respectful to show their older ladies. We had an earlier statistic that said something about like MILF porn.
Oh, that's
like,
true. That's true.
Or mature, I think is
mature,
what it was.
Yes, that's true.
They definitely show their aging ladies some love.
Bangers
over there.
and mash, man.
Bangers and mash.
Easy joke. Okay. Eating pussy, deep throat, cum mouth.
Was that like a phone call?
Top 5 porn stars. Riley Reid's number 1 in
Riley
UK.
Reid.
Then Mia Khalifa, Alana Rhodes, Brandy Love, Lisa Ann. That's a MILF there. Categories: 1, lesbian. 2, amateur. Mature. MILF. Anal. Okay. Canada, who cares? No offense to Canada. Actually, Kookie Nom's from Canada. You know what? We're going to do Canada. I'm sorry, Kookie. Here we go. Number 1, lesbian. 2, hentai. 3, MILF. 4, Asian, which is up 26 spots in Canada since last year.
They're having
5,
a
massage.
renaissance.
Threesome, stepmom, Indian, anal, JOI, big tits, Japanese. Top 5 porn stars: Riley Reid, Mia Khalifa, Lana Rhodes, Brandy Love, Abella Danger. And then top trending searches: solo female masturbation, up 1,400%. And then 2 is lesbienne, which is French for lesbian.
Oh yeah, Canada.
Montreal, I guess.
Lesbian.
3, big ass ebony for Canada.
Oh yeah, they don't see a lot of that up there probably.
Exotic. Massage, amateur MILF, and then small tits.
Nice.
Okay. Sorry, I said who cares. I take it back. All right. Moving on. I'm going to go past some other countries here. Anything you find interesting here, Wolfie?
Not specifically.
So.
Wow.
That is the
That's
PornHub
the tally.
2019 year in review.
That's what's happening.
What'd you think, man?
A lot of it at times seemed like kind of obvious because there's like really, because the way the numbers add up and you have like mainstream audiences for certain type of things, like those porn stars and that the most searched porn stars in some of those categories were like, I mean, I guess they're just that famous, right?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it was
Anything
great.
surprising?
It was a wild ride. Probably, but I forget how much stuff we went over.
One thing that like was, disconcerting, not that it concerns me, but I feel bad for my Asian brothers out there. Like there was that OkCupid data, I believe, that showed that Asian men were the least successful in America.
Mm-hmm.
So to see that the Asian category, including Pornhub gay, including the women searches, are way up.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, seeing that was pretty cool. Like maybe the tide is turning on all that kind of stuff.
Lesbian seems to boom pretty much across the board.
Pretty much.
Which I wonder if that has to do with like population control and climate change or something.
I don't know. You're relating to it.
I don't know.
I think it's as simple as one set of titties versus 2 sets of titties.
Oh,
that's really what it is.
Yeah, but especially how high it was in women's searches too.
Yeah,
which,
that's true.
I don't know.
I remember hearing of some data, and again, maybe this is just bullshit science I heard from back in the day, but it was like, it said that women are a lot more, generally speaking, a lot more like okay kind of doing same-sex stuff with another woman than guys are. Even with gay men, apparently, like if you're gay dude, solidly gay, no women whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
If you're straight dude, for the most part, 99%, I'd guess, like solidly women.
Mm-hmm.
But with women, maybe it's a little bit more gray area.
Seems to be a little bit more leniency there.
Yeah, and I don't know what the reason for that is. Maybe it's evolutionary psychology again. I don't know. Again, maybe this whole thing.
Do you think
is
it has to do with like some sort of psychology where like straight men are super down to see lesbian action, but don't factor in any kind of like male on male kind of thing into their repertoire? So what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
Like, nope, forgot what I was trying to say.
And again, not trying to kink shame whatsoever, but
Shame.
my personal preference is like if it's like a threesome video, I don't want it to be 2 dudes, 1 girl. That's just not my deal.
Finger cuffs.
I don't want 2 dudes in my video.
So no DPing for you?
I'm not into that, man. I'm really not.
It seems to be like a delicious fantasy or something, like maybe for like a lady.
It seems to be incredibly popular. I see the videos all the time. Like,
and
I don't click on them, but I see the thumbnails.
It's pretty wild, you know. So I think like with the internet now, we can be like voyeuristically and vicariously having these kind of experiences without having to confront the actual psychology of like seeing that happen right in front of you.
The thing about me is like I was never into sports, and I'm not a team player a lot of the time. So maybe that mentality carries over into that. Like I don't want to see it, man.
I could get down because sometimes the insane amount of like what can be perceived as like satisfaction coming from like the woman's experience with that, you know, getting two at the same time. That turns me on because they're like, it's like beyond their wildest dreams, or I don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? That I dig on that sometimes when it seems like in your imagination like it's like genuine in some regard.
Yeah,
that's hot.
Well, there's the other thing. The thing I loved recently is there's a new search term, FFM, which is female, male. So like, because if you search for threesome, that's a lot of the times like 2 dudes, 1 girl.
Really?
So it's
I would think it's the opposite.
It's more the FFM is more specific.
You got to be more designated about it.
There's FFFM too,
which is good because
a lot of
the more subcategories, the more adventurous the kink, which I think is interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
And all these things. I like that the lingo changes. I like that the different labels will change over time. I have no idea what popular with women is. Can't wait to get down on that one.
Oh, yeah. It's
to examine
for women, basically.
I want to examine what that is. What does that even mean aside from just like the lesbian thing?
What does it mean?
Yeah, what is it? More candles or more? I don't know.
I mean,
I like to think.
I don't know actually.
I like to think that we're not so different.
Not that different, I think. But the main thing is just I don't think that different naturally.
Take down artists.
Culture.
No, I'm just kidding.
It does seem like culture, society. There's a lot of
that's what I was
sexual repression with women too. A lot more than with men.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
So
it's like even with straight women and straight men, it's much easier to swallow the pill of like having like a lesbian scene on either side. It seems like than for like men to want to see anything else. Or I guess there was no real statistic about like how much gay porn like a straight woman watches, right?
Right.
Okay. So yeah, I guess there wasn't really that.
No, well, there were gay dudes on the top searches for men. For women.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting at. It seems like for like your average straight guy, it's like there's no, testing the waters there as much as there would be for women. But then across the board, it seems like
that's what I was saying earlier. Cool. A little bit more gray area with women, probably.
Right. Yeah.
Generally
seems like, but everybody's just like, 2 women. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
But I think that's because women are beautiful and men are repulsive.
Well, that's a typical straight guy's opinion, I guess you could say. Well, I guess that's pretty much it, man.
Nice.
I think it was a pretty good review.
Woo!
Year-end review.
Year-end porn.
The first one we did last year, the funniest part was when we discovered I think it was again in the gay section when they said no foreplay was the top search for dudes.
Bang 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 bang
for gay dudes.
Yeah,
for gay
no
dudes.
foreplay. Ugh.
Yeah.
No.
It's just like, man, dudes are the same, gay or straight. That shit's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then, but this year, Camp Buddy was pretty funny.
Camp Buddy
honestly.
is awesome. Funniest moments of 2019 porn roundup.
The amateur on the rise and all the Asian Asian porn on the rise. That's interesting.
And keep an eye on amateur because now we have all this like nice technology in our hands for fairly cheap. Like these new iPhones and the different lenses that you have. Like when people start getting creative with that shit, which I'm sure they already are.
Oh, it's the
whole
forefront.
New frontier. I can't wait to see what like 2025 PornHub searches are. It's gonna be nuts, bro.
Giantess fetish.
It already is nuts.
You ever heard of that?
Giantess fetish. I kind of like those like Amazonian kind of.
And like women growing and shit. I've come across this shit. Women
growing.
Take a growth serum. It's all fake. It's stupid.
Okay. Yeah.
But they
prosthetics or something.
No, it's just camera tricks.
One time I saw this weird porn where the guy, it was like this whole build up where they're doing all this crazy shit and then they're building up to the guy putting his whole head into the woman's vagina.
It's like a reverse birth.
And it was totally like shitty special effects, like rubber vagina and the woman like, oh, and the guy's like,
oh my God.
Oh, he's like,
that's ridiculous.
Dipping in and out, and I was just like, what the fuck? So once I was done jerking off, I got the hell out of there.
Make like weird. A fetus and head out. Yeah. All right, everybody, that has been our look at the PornHub a year in review 2019. Let us know what you think in the comments. Please send us a message in the DMs. Slip into our DMs on Instagram or on Facebook, or email us at superhousepodcast@gmail.com to let us know what you thought about this episode. We basically call it kind of a wild card episode, taking a break from the Batman stuff here every now and again. And we did get some people tell us that they really did like this episode from last year, so that's why we did it.
Because it's provocative.
And let us know what you thought. And shout out to Kooky Noms. Sorry, I said that thing about Canada once again. and then also Matthew Herring, and also Shasta. Please join the Shasta Army on patreon.com/SuperHousePodcast. We have a $1 tier on there. That is the Shasta Army. And we'll give you a shout out as well for the $1 tier. And we're working on more tiers as well. Just a little hint at that for the future. And more video stuff coming your way as well. I'm Thunderwolf Drew on Instagram and Twitter. Find SuperHouse Pod or SuperHouse Podcast on all the social media. And I think that's it from me. What about you, Wolfie?
This Wolfie, you can catch me in the PornHub comments.
There's a subreddit, PornHub comments.
Currently, I don't have any cool social media stuff that I'm finna pimp, but
you're on Instagram.
I'm on like Facebook and Instagram.
You're not on Instagram at all?
Yeah,
you are, right?
Yeah, Wolfie Cruz at Wolfie Cruz with 2 Z's.
Yeah,
I got some cool photos on there, but it's not like I'm on there all the time and whatever. What was I gonna say? Oh, love your lovers and be a good lover when you love and love. Peace.
Eat that ass. This is Andrew signing off.
Eat that butt.